The Umno AGM kicked off today with the General Assemblies of the Youth, Women and Putri Wings. During the Youth Assembly, Dr Akmal Saleh announced his resignation from the Malacca State Executive Council. Khairy Jamaluddin was also present at the Youth Assembly and was asked about a possible return to Umno. Stay tuned for his response and more on KiniNews. Umno Youth Chief Dr Akmal Saleh has announced his resignation from the Malacca Government's Executive Council. Speaking at the Umno Youth Assembly today, the Merlimau assemblyperson said he was stepping down from his post as State Executive Councillor for Rural Development, Agriculture and Food Security. Akmal said he had intended to resign from all his posts, but Umno leaders advised him against it. He added that his decision was based on dignity and also vowed to fight DAP until the end.
Kepada pihak yang selalu bercakap tentang saya, yang selalu pressure yang amat berhormat Presiden, pressure Ketua Menteri, saya nak bagi tahu, bila saya tidak berada dalam exco, saya akan lawan kamu habis-habisan nanti. Saya akan pastikan maruah pemuda UMNO bukan macam kamu yang sembang saja tapi kosong hasilnya. Maka dengan itu, hari ini saya nak umumkan sekali lagi, ini bukan soal jawatan dan wang ringgit. Kalau kerana wang ringgit dan jawatan, saya tak lepaskan jawatan exco saya. Saya tak lepaskan jawatan yang gaji saya berpuluh ribu. Tapi disebabkan tanggungjawab saya, disebabkan prinsip saya, disebabkan maruah tuan-tuan, saya berani menyatakan saya letakkan jawatan saya sebagai exco untuk lawan DAP habis-habisan.
Akmal has frequently been at loggerheads with DAP over various issues. The most recent flare-up in tensions was over DAP's Puchong MP Yobi Yin celebrating a court ruling rejecting Najib Abdul Razak's bid to be placed under house arrest. The incident prompted Akmal to call for UMNO's exit from the government, which in turn led DAP youth to tell the UMNO Youth chief to quit from the Malacca government instead. Still on the topic, UMNO President Ahmad Zahid Hamidi said he will be meeting Akmal. This is to clarify matters following Akmal's resignation as a Malacca State Executive Councillor. When asked whether the resignation could affect government cooperation, Zahid said he wants to understand Akmal's intentions and will meet him to find out who he wants to attack in this matter.
Adakah menjelaskan kerjasama itu memandangkan dia kata untuk lepas ni dia akan memulai persidangan secara lebih ramai kan?
Saya ingin tahu daripada beliau, nanti saya akan jumpa dengan beliau bila nak serang siapa dalam kali ini. Ya. Ini.
Adakah Datuk Seri melihat ini sebagai orang kata satu tekanan kepada UMNO especially sebab exco ni untuk negeri kan, bukan hanya di bahagian maksud ahli parti tetapi melepaskan jawatan di peringkat negeri, kerajaan negeri. Bagaimana Datuk Seri?
Saya tidak fikir itu merupakan satu tekanan kerana Datuk Seri Rauf tahu apa yang beliau akan lakukan selepasnya.
He confirmed that Akmal had previously discussed the matter with both him and Rauf, stressing that the resignation was ultimately a personal decision and that he respects Akmal's choice. He added that perhaps Akmal will now have enough time and space to go down to the grassroots, especially to the divisions. He said hopefully this will be an opportunity for Akmal to go down and mobilize the UMNO youth machinery. Earlier in his speech, Akmal had said that he is brave enough to state that he is resigning to fight DAP until the end. Akmal had also repeated his views on the possibility of reviving UMNO's Muafakat National Pact with PAS, which Zahid had previously rejected. From now on, you can also listen to KiniNews on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Scan the QR code on the screen to follow us. DAP youth also responded to Akmal, criticizing his remarks about fighting DAP made during his resignation announcements from the Malacca state government. In a brief post on Facebook, DAP youth chief Wu Kalyong reminded the Merlimau assemblyperson that his real enemy was Perikatan Nasional. He questioned why Akmal would fight against DAP when in fact it was PN that stole UMNO's seats. Meanwhile, past youth chief Afnan Hamimi Taib Azamudden welcomed Akmal's announcement. In a post on Facebook, Afnan praised the decision and offered to team up against a common foe. He said, "We will fight DAP together and you will never walk alone." Bersatu Information Chief Tun Faisal Ismail Aziz also applauded Akmal's decision. However, he questioned the integrity of other UMNO leaders who remain in the unity government. He asked if other UMNO leaders within the unity government have agreed to continue colluding with DAP. He said Akmal's resignation alone will not be enough to erase the unity government's deception, mistakes, and the betrayal of DAP leaders. When asked for his comments on Akmal's resignation, Malacca Chief Minister Abdul Rauf Yusof said he respected Akmal's decision. However, he stressed that he would only make a decision on the matter after he receives an official resignation letter from Akmal. Speaking to reporters at the UMNO AGM, Rauf said he would wait for the formal letter before deciding whether to accept the resignation. He added that it is subject to discussions that will be held later. Rauf reiterated that he respected Akmal's decision, which was in line with the Merlimau assemblyperson's role as Umno Youth chief. If you like the stories we produce, consider supporting us by subscribing to Malaysia Kini. Click the link in the description below or scan the QR code on your screen to subscribe. Meanwhile, UMNO Supreme Council member Puan Zarkashi has downplayed Akmal's decision to step down. In a Facebook post, he said that fighting DAP does not require a full-time commitment that would necessitate resigning as an exco member. He pointed out that the Malacca government is led by Barisan Nasional and added that resigning from the exco post is not comparable to leaving a Pakatan Harapan-led administration. He also stressed that the move does not carry weight compared with stepping down as UMNO Youth chief. Puan said Akmal didn't need to resign from either post and stressed that political opposition could still be pursued from within the same government. Back to the AGM, former UMNO Youth Chief Khairy Jamaluddin was also seen at the Youth Annual General Assembly this morning. When asked about a possible return to the party, this was his response.
Hari ini ialah hari yang sangat-sangat emosional bagi saya. Saya dapat pulang ke perhimpunan parti saya. InsyaAllah lebih baiklah lepas ini.
Langkah kembali kembali.
One step at a time. One step at a time.
3 kali, 4 kali mengulang.
One step at a time. InsyaAllah. Hari ini saya kembali sebagai pemerhati dan InsyaAllah selepas ini kita akan buat apa yang perlulah.
Khairy added that he had met UMNO President Ahmad Zahid Hamidi last night and had asked him if he could attend today. Khairy was expelled from UMNO on January 27, 2023. At the time, UMNO Secretary General Ahmad Maslan said the decision was made over breaches of party discipline during the 15th general election. Former UMNO Youth Deputy Chief Shahril Sufyan Hamdan and Sembrong MP Hishamuddin Hussein had also been suspended for 6 years. Yesterday, Zahid, during a briefing ahead of the AGM, said UMNO is extending an olive branch to former party leaders, either suspended or sacked, to return to the fold. That is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to Kinitv.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, X, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. I'm Camelia. Thanks for watching.